Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 11 of Life After Foster Child. And if you are returning, welcome back. And at the end of the last part, we aged up our first new boo, Jasmine's daughter, Alice. So we have her here. And I did say I was going to give the bedroom a makeover, and I see Celeste is crying. So I did. So here it is right here. This is the room that... I put the walls and cut away. Someone's standing outside. Looks like so it's just because it's paused. I think they were just walking by. So we have this is their little room. They're gonna share a room. That's good enough. They'll be fine. And I'll just have to make sure that the potties all work there. I sometimes find that when you use the Alt key to place them, there can be some issues, even without move objects on. So Evie, you should probably come take a look after your own little one, and we'll age her up in like another sim day, because there is supposed to be a difference in age between the two of them. And so we'll just adapt to life with one toddler and then add another one very soon afterwards. So one thing I also had commented on is that we would take a look at little Alice's bloodline trait, which it was up on the screen at the end of the last part, but I didn't actually talk about it. So she has the ancient bloodline trait. At least one of the Sims parents had a strong or ancient bloodline trait. Sims with the ancient bloodline trait gain an additional talent point at each spellcaster rank to spend towards perks. They also gain spellcaster experience faster and reduce the chance of overloading by 50%. So, of course, Jasmine herself is not a spellcaster, so little Alice just happened to get it because it was probably 50-50 whether she was going to get it, because she got it from her dad. And funny thing, in another save where I'm just playing offline, I had that sim have a baby with Daryl Charm too, but she had a boy, but his ears were pointy. She was a spellcaster, and so was the Nubu. And once I aged up to a toddler, I could see that he also had the same bloodline trait. So I guess we lucked out, because that was kind of what I was going for. I was hoping that we would get that bloodline trait, but it was less guaranteed, given that there was a chance she wasn't going to become a spellcaster. So what are they doing here? She's babbling, and we probably should do some teaching of some things. And I did have a closet here, but I took the closet out and put the doll house in there for them, because toddlers can't really interact with, well, they can't interact with closets. I think you can use them to change them on, but you can't actually do much with it. So let's talk to Mummy. Let's babble. And what else? Is there anything else we can do? We can do babbling. We can do book help. We can snuggle. We can watch. Watch helps with thinking. Oh, he found I don't get that very often. I see that. I saw a pop up there that Clark got a frog when he was weeding. And it looks like Celeste is fine. And what do we need for you to do? You nuts. We just have you on there, just generally. How are these paintings? That's just okay. So we're going to sell that to collector. And then we're going to stick you over back onto your painter extraordinaire, because you still need some masterpieces. But this is a masterpiece. So this one is one we should probably, if we're going to, we might sell it on the street gallery. But for now, I'm not going to, I'll just leave her to do her own thing. We'll check in. So he is finished with everything there. And he needs to brew some potions. Do we have much more to do? Many more? Do we have things that we can brew potions with? It's really what I'm... So we can brew good fortune. We need turquoise and valerian root. And let me just quickly check his spellcaster perks. So he doesn't actually have the blender arm, and that was why I was kind of waiting for him to. So maybe instead of doing that, we'll worry about doing that a little later. Can you just practice magic? Why don't you practice some mischief magic? Because I was looking at his spells and realized he didn't actually have as many mischief spells as the others, so it's probably more likely that he might learn that. So they're busy with their... Her needs were really good. That's why I checked that, to make sure that... Oh, and I didn't actually know that flashcards were fun. Like, I don't pay enough attention to that. And I think, yes, I put these out here instead of having them in the bedroom, because I didn't have a ton of room, like with having two beds. And I still find at one point they were supposed to have fixed it so that if a bed was like snug against the wall, you could put a toddler to bed or read them to bed. But there's still lots of reports that it's not working, and I found it worked once for me and then it didn't work anymore. So I tend not to put them against the wall still. Though it did work in the past, because I know like when toddlers were, earlier coming out, and when I actually started the foster child challenge, I was able to read them to bed when the bed was against the wall. But I can't now. So that's only excellent and not anything. She actually needs to clean herself off. So can you scrubberoo more? Sorry, magic. You do know scrubberoo. So why don't you scrubberoo yourself, and then we'll have you come over here and try a classic painting. It looks like she's done, and it looks like she didn't get angry, but wants to go make a mess. No, my dear, we don't want you to make a mess. So why don't we see if Mommy can potty train you? We'll see if any of these are in the right place. And if they're not, then we will, oh, she got up and said, no, enough's enough. Had enough of those. Don't want them anymore. So let's see. Oh, looks like that potty chair works. And the male person was very angry there. And once you're finished with that, why don't you come here, club gatherings, and rally the troops. And let's unlock. Is that locked? No, it's not locked. So you should be able to come in garden. So I'm not sure why you're standing there. You should be able to come in. Okay, finally you're coming. I was like, why are you just standing around? I don't really understand it. So and after you're done that, well, I guess the gardener can spray for the bugs. We don't need to do that. So she's going potty, and she has got an opportunity. They would prefer if you do a video focused on cooking, and you'll get an even larger payout. Well, we shall see. I sometimes don't have luck with cooking ones. Sometimes they call them other things, even if I was recording while I was cooking. And there we got some royalties. And so you're going to rally the troops. Are you going to work? Oh, you're going to work. Good thing I had you rally the troops right before. You're not even fully energized, but it could be a lot worse. So that's kind of a good thing that we got you at least to where you are. And I was trying to, is this the maid? Okay, I can never remember the maid's traits in my different saves. I figured she was okay. So this is excellent. So you can sell to collector. And why don't you come over here? And our gnomes still have the halos, so that means they're still dropping seeds for us. So we're going to produce a track, because it looks like little Celeste is okay. Oh, we learned a new spell. That was probably a delayed reaction, I'm sure. So why don't you brighten day, and why don't we stick you actually over onto a family aspiration, because you're not doing anything with a cat right now, and you're not doing anything. So we'll do successful lineage, because we need to socialize with our child 10 times. And we can hug lovingly. And then why don't we, like I say, we could teach to talk, but we could also, I don't know how well, we can teach to say please and thank you, because that will work on her social, or it's not social, it's communication. We can work on our communication skill by doing that. Hopefully she doesn't get too, she wants to play with a toy, and she wants to play with dolls. Well, we can pin both of those for you. Oh, she's angelic. I think, if I remember correctly, I randomized her trait when she was aging up. The only trait that I won't keep if I randomize that I don't want is the wild trait, because I know at one point it was glitched that when they aged up, sometimes they would sink into the ground, and I think it's supposed to be fixed, but I'm always a little bit leery with stuff like that. I don't want to take a chance. So, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel if it comes up when I randomize it, because I will randomize Celeste's trait also. And we're just going to go fast, essentially doing toddler skill building. Back to it. Like we did a lot in the foster child challenge. And he's getting a phone call, but, I don't know why. we could. It probably is maybe telling him, I don't know. We're going to burn that. Oh, I probably shouldn't have burnt that track because she hadn't leveled up. But we'll release the track if it's normal. If it's normal or better is what we would do. And is this your painting? Yeah, you may as well resume that painting. Since it's yours and it's over there. Okay, so how is little Alice now? She's a little bit hungry. And, well, you play with your dolls like you wanted to. And let's see if we have any food in the fridge. Do we have anything in here? This is bad. And she's throwing that away, so that's good. Well, we have some yummy pancakes. You know what? Why don't we come over here and do my usual trick of taking the chair out a little bit so that it gives her somewhere she can eat if she wants. I do not like using high chairs. I find them problematic and time wasters. So I just generally don't use them. So you got that whim? Good. You want to ask to be read a book. So what do you want to do with the soft friend? You want to talk? I don't know whether babbling will count, but we can try it. We'll try it. And a real delay. Clark is off to work. I think he went a little while ago. Let's see. Does babbling count for talking? Oh, I see Anubu is crying. She probably needs, oh no, she needs a dirty diaper again. So you can go over there and change that dirty diaper. And it may or may not. Since I went off her, I don't know if it just disappeared. I'm going to say it counted, but I don't know for sure. So you go grab yourself a serving, sweetie, because you're hungry. And then maybe mommy can read you to sleep when you're done eating. And since you changed that diaper, why don't we try and build a relationship with little Celeste? Maybe we can get a better relationship than Evie and Clark are just friends with Alice at the moment. Obviously, it should build as time goes by. But whereas Jasmine is good friends with Alice, which, you know, is easy because she already started with the boost to their friendship. So that would have contributed to why they're good friends as opposed to just friends like the other two, because the other two don't have like the boost. Oh, and she needs to eat. So we're going to bottle feed her. Do we have bees? I can't remember. I think we don't. I think they just, those are hanging over from when they had bees at their last, when they lived in the foster home with Lacey and Nicholas. So that she's doing better. So we'll do a little cuddle again. And then she'll hopefully go to sleep. What is our relationship? Is that higher than Evie's is? Oh, I thought I told you to paint. What are you doing? Thinking about... Did you finish your painting? No, you didn't. Oh, maybe you did. Maybe it's one of those where it's not showing. So we're going to put it into her inventory. Take it. And there's the bed that was in there. And we have a violin. And there's the closet that I stuck away. And we got a light of our life. So he's level 9. So he got that. Where could we put that? Where could we put that? We have so many paintings everywhere. Pictures and stuff. I don't know. You could go there, which is a bit of an awkward spot. I'm kidding. I'm not going to put it there. But we have a spot here. So we can put it there. There we go. And... now you can sell it. Sell to collector. It wasn't worth very much, Evie. I have to say. Not very good. Not worth much and not a masterpiece either. Did you eat? You didn't finish, but you're full, so that's okay. In this case, I'm okay with you not finishing your food because you're not hungry anymore, so it's good to know your limits. Except for that's probably not why she stopped, because I just find they never finish anyways. So what are you going to do with your mummy? You're going to watch her. Well, I think you should probably go to bed. So we're going to have you come over here and have your bed's going to be this one because you're with the green bow. Bedtime story from your mummy. There we go. And you can go have a little sleep. I don't know that we'll have you sleep all till you get fully maxed in your energy because it's pretty early in the day and you're not that tired. So we'll call this a nap, except for that we're actually putting her to sleep and we might wake her up early. So they're going to kind of do their own thing, and I'll be back a little later. So it's now the next day, and I just played through because I really wanted to age up Celeste in this part, but I thought there should be a sim day between the two babies, soon to be 2 toddlers. So we are going to age her up and see what she looks like. And hopefully she should be a spellcaster. Well, she should be a spellcaster because she has the spellcaster bassinet, and they're both spellcasters. So we will see. So we're going to randomize her trait. And we have a fussy. So we have angelic and fussy. And I have a fussy one in one of my other saves. And I have to say, so far I'm not enjoying it. But we're going to make her fussy because that's what she rolled. So there we go. And she's got the blonde hair of her mom's versus her daddy's blonde hair because they have different colors of blonde. But I will take her in to create a sim and give her a makeover. But before we do that, let's just quickly check and see. She should have... wrong. Oh, there we go. So she has a weak bloodline, which makes sense because neither of her parents have a bloodline trait, but they are spellcasters. So that's what I would expect. And what happens with that is they gain an additional talent point at each spellcaster rank to spend towards perks. They gain spellcaster experience faster. How much faster, we don't know. And reduce the chance of overloading by 10% versus the 50% that our little Alice got. Alice has 50% but everything else seems like it's the same. That seems to be the difference, that at least in what they're saying there, is that the reduce the chance of overloading is different between the two of them. So I'm going to take her into Create a Sim and give her a makeover, and I'll be back when I'm done with her makeover. So here we are with her outfits. I gave her a few. She has this one. She actually aged up with this top in green and those bottoms and the shoes. So I just gave her little socks to go with it and changed it to pink because she's going to be more of a pink theme to go with her little pink bow in her hair. And then she's got this cute little outfit, and it is fall, so even though they live in Del Sol Valley, I sort of went with sort of a slightly warmer, like the clothes, as if you were cooler, so you'd wear warmer clothes. And then this one, but not all, because it is Del Sol Valley, so it's not like freezing cold, but there's another one. So again, the pink. She's got little green eyes, like her daddy. So she's got her mom's hair and her daddy's eyes. So there's her first formal outfit. And then her second one, I think that one is adorable. It comes with seasons, so I gave her that. And then she actually aged up with the little that little top, which comes with my first pet stuff. And I just gave her bottoms. I wish they had some more plain bottoms. I could have left her in a diaper, but since again I was thinking it was kind of cooler, so I didn't want her having her in a diaper. But sometimes I will put a diaper with these short tops if it's like hot, and if they're in a hot place or it's summer in specific. Obviously it doesn't really matter, it's just sort of like for aesthetics. And so then she has a few other pajamas there, and then because she aged up with that other one, I gave her that one as opposed to I would normally give her a pink one, so I didn't completely go with pink. And that little dress there is from Island Living, and again I think it's adorable. And then a little cute little, I gave her the same essentially top and pants in her cold weather clothes, but I liked it, so I gave it to her in her party wear. And then this one, she aged up with this top in a different color, but I figured she wants the cape, so I gave her the cape, and I just changed out the color and changed the rest of the things to go with it. The shoes I think the shoes she actually aged up with. That's why she actually has them in a couple of them, because I thought, I guess she likes cats. And then a couple of swimwear, whether she uses them or not, I don't know. And then some hot weather, again, whether she ends up using them or not, I'm not sure. So that little one is another cute one that came with Island Living. Island Living has some really cute toddler outfits that come with it. And then, of course, toddler stuff pack outfit. Another toddler stuff pack outfit, and then this is another toddler stuff pack outfit. So I thought that was really cute, and has the pink and a green aspect. I wanted to give her a Void Critter outfit. And then for cold weather, she has this one is like just an elephant, and as usual, even though it's showing the cold weather tab, there filter there now because I went off and came back on. I got rid of the filter when I was coming up with my outfits because a lot of times I find they wear their cold weather clothes inside the house, so I don't like that, so I put them in regular clothes inside the house that seem appropriate for wearing in the wintertime. So then there's another little one, and then this is her actual outdoor outfit, which I still think is, I had to get rid of the tab because this sweater does not show up here when unless you remove the cold weather tab, but you know, it seems to me like it's something you would wear in a warm place in the winter time, so that's why she has it. So those are all of her outfits, and we'll go back into live mode, and there she is. And a couple of things that fruits on the tree, a couple of things that happened over the day. We never got any more masterpieces from Evie, but I did have Jasmine go essentially book another gig in hopes that maybe she might get nominated for a reward for it. I don't really know, but she really needs to get the award before she can get like the gold star for like the next part, because I am still trying to do her acting aspiration, but she's kind of stuck because she needs to get nominated for an award and actually win the award. So I'm trying to figure out. So I have her writing right now to work on the writing aspiration. And once she gets those books all done, then in the next tier, we're going to publish the books and hope that maybe she'll get nominated. But, you know, it is already Saturday morning and the award ceremonies are Sunday. So if she doesn't get nominated before Sunday, then it's going to be a whole other week before she has an opportunity again. But we shall obviously see how that goes. And when Clark was practicing magic, I don't remember if some of this happened before. I'm just trying to look. He learned transportalate, which is the one that lets them essentially go from one spot to another. If you're a Harry Potter fan, that would be the equivalent of apparating. So we're going to make him always use that. I think there are some issues with that. So if we have issues, we will take it off. But I've also heard that because they essentially if they got like a little distance to go, they'll transportalate, and that will help build his magic ball thing so that he levels up, because I would like him to get to the master rank. That would be a good thing. So let's see, how are Celeste's needs? She needs a little bit of fun and a little bit of attention. She's getting the fun, and maybe if he comes and plays with her, that'll help with her attention. And he needs fun, so that should help him with his fun. It does. Let's just check in here. It's helping her with her fun, but doesn't seem to be helping with attention. Oh, wrong. I mean to be on Clark, actually. No, magic doesn't work. So we're going to read her a Toddler book and see. But that said, we are actually going to leave this part here. So we now have 2 toddlers in the house. Little Celeste, who has a weak bloodline trait, and little Alice, who has the ancient bloodline trait. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!